Hi guys, my name is Vartanova. I'm the owner of Still Miracle, the famous lead photographer for luxury weddings. Today, we are going on an exciting journey of unpacking my bag. As you know, and as you see on my Instagram, I travel quite a lot. I photograph destination weddings mostly, and I tend to travel at least 2 times per week. So this is my most reliable bag I have ever found. It was recommended to me by my colleague who also flies quite a lot. And before that, I used to carry like a huge backpack full filled with gear and with a cabin suitcase for the airlines full of flip-flops, underwear, trousers. But then a friend of mine, he told me, you don't need this many clothes, you actually need better gear and better bag for the gear. So I switched to Think Tank, and if you want my recommendation, it's a total must. Now my neck isn't hurt as much as it was, and I hope it's very helpful advice. All right, let's open it up and see what the mess is inside. What can we see? What do you guys want to start with? With the iconic Contax 645, I guess that's my favorite film camera. It's an absolute icon of my collection. It's super huge, super heavy, and super uncomfortable, but the pictures look really great. It comes with Planar Zeiss classic lens, and this is how I bought it from a friend of mine. As you know, they're not being released for last 40 years, so it's pretty old, it's very antique, and I actually experienced the failure in one of the events where it actually stopped working. And that's why I never just do film photography, because in my career, I know that being reliable and being trustworthy is extremely important. So I always work with 2 cameras where one is digital. Later on, you'll see there are some film packs, but we'll come to that. Next to this beautiful machine, we have a little Yashica, a small 35mm camera, very convenient. And being honest, I started to cheat a little bit on weddings, because imagine, guys, carrying this monster is super tiring, while this little baby delivers exceptional pictures. If you want to know, it's Yashica T3. They also come as a super, sometimes it's written there, and it has one more option for automatic pictures. It's fully automatic, it's really convenient, and while here we only have 12 shots, here we have 36, and it's super convenient where during a wedding day, here I would spend, 8 films. Here I only go with 2, 3, and I find it very, very convenient. And now let's go to the star of my collection, the camera which you mostly see the pictures throughout my Instagram. My bag is so packed that I literally couldn't take it out. So you see it's already with the lens. As you can guess, it's the lens I love the most. It's 80mm lens on a medium format camera, which means that on full frame it would be something like 60mm. And it's perfect for all those magical portraits, those amazing kind of blurry film-like digital pictures that everyone is dreaming about. As I said, this is Fujifilm GFX G. Oh my God. Being honest, today we are recording for 4 hours in total, and my lips are not new already. So this is medium format GFX 50 second edition. It's real quick if you compare it to other medium format cameras, but comparing to other full frames and mirrorless cameras, it's so much slower. So if you really are thinking about going into the world of medium format cameras, consider it twice, because sometimes I have to admit I miss the confetti shots. I miss the entrance of the bride or the grand entrance of the couple into the ballroom where they enter as the newlyweds. And that's why I now work by myself. I tend to have a second shooter with me all the time just to have this backup and still have the opportunity to create the magic I'm famous for. So now we know we have 80mm. Here is this little macro lens. I use it for capturing the detailed shots of the flat lace, of the texture of the paper, of the rings. I don't know, every important detail that a couple might want to see in their gallery, and just to make the gallery a bit more varied. Then 45mm lens, also Fujifilm, obviously. On my medium frame camera, 45mm lens would be similar to your 35mm lens, a little bit more than that, like 38, which is very convenient for the classy shots that you see all across the Instagram. Here we have the new addition to my collection. It's a star filter. I don't use it much because I'm still trying to find the best ways of using it, but I know it looks really nice when you take the pictures of the seaside shots with the direct sunlight and you have this beautiful stars on the water. It does look magical, but I carry it just in case, and sometimes it gives this wow effect photo, and this is worth carrying it to all the weddings I go to. Below there, we have 110mm. That's a lens I use for portraits, and my favorite portraits were taken with this lens just because it offers this unique depth of field. On medium format, this lens has the aperture of 2.0, and this depth is iconic. It just creates extremely deep magical effect on the photos that I definitely can't describe, but if you want to go and see the portraits on my Instagram profile, they might have been taken with this lens. You wonder what this huge black bag is? And this is the exponometer. Something that if you're only digital shooter, you don't use at all, because they are already pre-installed in your cameras. But for this huge baby context, we needed to understand what exposure gives us the opportunity to set the shutter speed correctly. So let's say we have pre-installed film of, let's say, Kodak 400. It means that here we will need to set up our exponometer to the right specifications, and it will show us the right shutter speed. What else? Obviously the adapter, because I travel all across the world, the US, the UK, they all have different sockets. A10, beautiful, wonderful flash with an on-camera receiver. Extremely convenient, extremely modern, and extremely quick, even on my slow camera. So I've been doubting if I should buy Profoto or go for a cheaper flash. And I know it's always this question, but for me, it was worth investing all the money in it. It's quite expensive. It's over €1,000, but and then you have to buy add-ons, but it's worth it. The picture looks great, and if you remember those amazing shots of Hasevilla, Bottega 53, Daniela and Sharon, they all use the same brand. So I can advise on that too. Of course, we have a spare battery to charge iPhones, to charge. I suggest actually, if you want to buy and invest in the power bank that has a higher capacity, you even sometimes can charge the batteries of your cameras if you appear to be in this situation. My favorite belt, it's already quite old, but I think it brings me good luck, so I keep it as it is. Also chargers, lots of cables, battery for the flash, lots of batteries. I actually, before taking my bag to this recording, I actually took some batteries and left it on the table because they were over the bag. One more, another charger, and here's the secret place. One more body. Why? Because I actually had this experience of having my digital camera failing during the ceremony in one of the weddings. And it was so frustrating that from that moment on, I am always carrying a second body just not to be vulnerable, not to try to solve the situation in any way possible, not to leave the couple without their pictures. So I advise you on having the backup plan for any situation. In case your memory card fails, in case your battery fails, in case your body fails, in case, fingers crossed not, but in case you broke your lens, anything is possible, and we need to be protected because we're responsible for those precious moments of our couples. And I definitely wouldn't want to be the person who would explain why they won't get the pictures of their ceremony, let's say. I think that's the most important part. Now I will start to pack everything back, and I hope this was very helpful. Obviously, it's not me trying to prove that Fujifilm is the best company to buy the gear from them. It's not to convince you to use film cameras over the digital. It's just my experience, and I hope that you won't follow it blindly. Just use your gear wisely, buy the best bags to protect your necks and shoulders, and enjoy your next wedding season.